I wanted to share with you 5 easy peasy reframing techniques. This is one of the things that we do in the People Skills Workshop. Reframing is a powerful technique in the toolbox of a successful coach, and I want to share these with you. But it's a great tool to help you make small changes in your own lives, personal or business. Sharing these 5 challenging situations where reframe will help you will set your mind at ease and align your behaviour with your intentions. Essentially, reframing helps us make a distinction between the behaviour and the intention. So what do you do and what are you trying to achieve by doing it? Might be out of alignment. Many times our behaviour doesn't help us achieve our dreams and our desires. Why does this happen? Well, our brain frequently tries to protect us from pain and suffering, no matter how small. It might sense something familiar about the situation. Something gets triggered and we go into this automatic behaviour mode. We might even merge from this daze thinking, why did I even do that? It was never my intention to behave like that. Sometimes we simply don't recognise how our behaviour might affect others because we do have the best intentions. So, for example, a parent might work late to provide more for their family and demonstrate their love for them. On the other side, their family might wish to spend more time with them, even if it meant less money spent. Other times, it can be others' behaviour that impacts us. So an unsupportive boss or CEO, manager, seemingly lazy co-workers or a crowded public spaces can cause us anxiety or reveal angry feelings. And no matter how we try to stay positive, it just doesn't cut it. So in all of these scenarios, the reframing tool can help set your mind at ease and align your behaviour with your intention. But it's about being consistent. So reframing is often used by professionals such as myself, a coach, a therapist, to help clients achieve their outcomes, their desires, or to get over past trauma. It can also be used in conjunction with other tools and techniques, but it can also be used as an everyday tool to deal with daily challenges. And this is why I want to share it with you, because once you learn how to do this, you can start to do that. Now, there are many articles that emphasise that it can be one of the best skills to learn and develop as resilient individuals. In fact, Stoic built a whole philosophy around this. Now, when we change our point of view on any given situation, scenario, or event, the fact remains the same. But a deliberate shift is made in how we actually see it. So, how can this be used in everyday situations? Let's have a look. So, firstly, aim for an empathetic work environment. One of the challenges with working in a team, for example, is that often our work depends on other people's work, their feedback or approval. And sometimes it might take longer to get it, which can then lead to stress and anxiety. Solution could be, for example, why does it take so long for them to do the work? You would then go, they are spending time to get this done right from the start. That's the reason why. So you're kind of reframing it. Take a few deep breaths and remind yourself that we are all human. Your co-worker might be involved in another project that the boss asked them to finish, or they might simply be overwhelmed with all the work they are currently handling. They might even want to give this task their best. That's why it's taken them longer than you expected. Your boss might have different priorities than you, and your approval is further down the task list. Or there could be something personal going on. Just stop and breathe and think about those things. Assumptions can make our lives very, very difficult than needed to be, potentially leading down paths of anger and anxiety. So keep in mind, the most important people start with positive intentions and give your co-workers a break from time to time. But also, do this for yourself. Secondly, make your business goals happen. Whether you are a graduate, okay, or just starting out, an entrepreneur, working towards up on your business, building that dream, when you're starting to get paid or trying to get that money in, you just need to keep that in mind. Some people, especially more empathetic natures, might have difficulties in closing the sales. This might be because they want to please everyone, or they simply don't believe that someone will pay for their service or their product. In today's digital environment, they are sitting ducks because they seldom share the steps someone needs to start to take that's working for them. So a solution. Why would anyone spend money on my service? Let's flip it round. My service can help so many people, so it is my duty to speak loud and proud about it. Now, if you start asking for feedback from people, from clients, from a group of trusted peers, then you can also gather your evidence to support your theory, what's going on. The more you can step away from your ego's impulse to focus on your fears, the more you can focus on the results the work has on others. Thirdly, take control of anxiety. Yes, anxiety, that word again. Anxiety has become one of the biggest topics in mental health awareness over the years. Many talk about it, and many have it. The truth is that a bit of anxiousness can be healthy. It makes us more vigilant. But for those struggling with severe levels of anxiety, it is best to turn to professionals for help or address it. So be aware when it becomes an interference. There are lots of therapists, coaches out there that are accessible to this. And, they will use these reframing ideas and tools. Okay, let's have a look at the solution for this. I'm scared. Why not just say, I'm excited? I'm curious. Okay? As far as your body is concerned, anxiety looks very similar to excitement. We can get sweaty palms, our breathing can speed up, and we can feel on edge. But like I said, when it interferes, the moment these get triggered in your body and your mind will try to figure out why these changes are happening, rather than working against your body, telling yourself to calm down, you can reframe the situation and the work together with it. Tell yourself, I'm excited enough times, and it's likely that it will become your reality. So dealing with it, okay? Don't just push it aside. Right, the fourth one, learn to speak up. Ooh, public speaking. Public speaking is one of the most feared situations, so much so that it is considered a phobia in severe cases. If that's your case, then, seek professional help. Speak to therapists, speak to coaches in these circumstances, but start yourself with a bit of reframing. Use these solutions. So here's another example. I don't have anything useful to say. How about, I have a unique perspective that might be useful for these people, and I'm excited to share it. Now, as I mentioned above, anxiety looks exactly like excitement to your body, so you might as well take advantage of it. If you're in a meeting, smile and push yourself to say, I have an idea. If you're preparing to speak in front of an audience, start jumping around and telling yourself how excited you are and to share your knowledge with people who need it. You are valuable. You are worth everything. Value and worth. Look at your worth. You'll be surprised how many renowned public speakers use this technique, to prepare before they jump out in front of the curtains, like Tony Robbins. Finally, bring harmony into your partnership. Many of us tend to start giving advice as soon as a loved one presents us with a problem. This might be even more intense with your life partner or your husband or wife or someone we love, and we do anything to avoid their suffering. The reality is that we don't always have the answers, and more importantly, our partner doesn't always need us to gallop in on a white horse, white shining armour, and rescue them. They are simply looking to share their challenges or their fears. So please bear that in mind. So let's look at another solution. Here's what you should do. I'm here to listen. Simple as that. I'm here for you. This part takes tremendous self-awareness at the first, but if you have been practicing this, then you will know that it's not an easy ride. And you know what? Listening is the hardest thing to do, to actively stop yourself from giving advice. Just stop and learn to listen, and you will be amazed how wonderful these benefits are and the change that can happen. So holding your space to your partner to share that they want to give something without interrupting them, without judgment, without helping them too much. Just let them know that they're appreciated, that they're loved, warts and all. Now, all of these are skills that you have to continuously develop through practicing and practicing. If you are working with a client to help them reframe their challenges, your most important job is to help them question the intention behind others' behaviours so that they can adjust their behaviour how they see fit. Okay? Don't demand, but help them, lead them, guide them. Okay, common situation that we can encounter every day. Reframing is great. So, inspiration to put to use in other scenarios. This is amazing that you can use everywhere. Think about, have you ever used it in a challenging situation? What did you find challenging about it? You may be using it that you don't even know about it. So please do share your experiences with the community below. Any questions, any thoughts where you might have given this a go, and tell us how it's worked for you. And if it didn't quite work, let's support each other to figure out the answers. Because like I said, reframing can be an extremely powerful tool. You need to stand back, you need to listen, breathe, and recognize your communication and your language. Hope this has been really useful for you. If you want to learn more about it, then do contact me, private message me, or arrange a call on my calendar link, and I can give you a 30-minute free consultation. Otherwise, if you're really interested, you can join the People Skills course, which is held monthly at the last Friday of every month, and the link will be posted below too. And we talk about reframing tools because it is a key thing in how we communicate and how we use our language, how it impacts ourselves as well as others. So thank you for listening.